Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This isn't a video that I would normally do, but yeah, today we're doing a tier list video on all of the mainline Mario Kart games. Now this does include the Booster Course Pass, Live Home Circuit, and Tour for mobile. So let's not waste any time here, even though it's only been 23 seconds as of recording. And let's get into this. Starting off in order with the series, we have Super Mario Kart. I haven't put too much time into Super Mario Kart, however I can confirm it's a bit difficult, because it's the only Mario Kart game I know of that has like a live system, mostly because, you know, if you lose too many times you'll get a game over. However, Super Mario Kart it's unfair. It's unfair. No, I'm not saying that because I suck at Mario Kart somewhat. I'm saying that because it's genuinely unfair. The computers use items whenever they want. Like Mario uses stars, Peach and Toad use, you know, poison mushrooms. Like, you know, they just use items whenever they want and they don't have to hit an item box. However, I can't put it too low because it is what gave us this series as a whole. So, and it has a pretty okay soundtrack too. So, put it in C tier. Alright, next we got Mario Kart 64. Alright, so Mario Kart 64 is an interesting game because it's not as unfair as Super Mario Kart or a game like that, because like the characters at least don't use items like that no one else can use, but at the same time, the characters rubber band, the AI, and if you don't know what rubber banding is basically when the AI, the game purposefully makes the AI go faster or, you know, something like that, so that way it provides challenge or something like that. Either way, the AI, yeah, it's a pretty difficult game, especially Extra Mode. Some courses, like Toad's Turnpike, are an absolute nightmare on Extra Mode. However, I can't really confirm that because I've never played the game long enough to actually get to Extra Mode or unlock Mirror Mode, I guess, simply because, well, I just can't keep playing Mario Kart 64. So I'd say I'm going to put Mario Kart 64 in B. A little bit better than Super Mario Kart, and it's also a pretty okay title. But still, it's like still a bit hard and unfair from Mario Kart standards. And then next, we have, okay, Super Circuit. Now, I know a lot of people like this game, Super Circuit. I'm gonna have a hot take here and say Super Circuit kinda, it's overrated, I guess, in my opinion, because I get it, it's Game Boy Advance, it's not that powerful of a handheld, but and it actually does look impressive for a Game Boy Advance game, one of the prettiest looking Game Boy Advance games in existence, but I don't really know, it's not too hard or anything, like except for the star ranking system, because you have to be stupidly accurate just to get that. And you also can't use, like, start boosts and stuff like that, or, you know, rocket starts, but here's the thing, Super Circuit also, the soundtrack is okay, but everything just sounds really bit crushed, and overall, I'm not really a big fan of Super Circuit, but it's not as bad as Super Mario Kart, so I could put it in B tier. Next, we have one of my personal favorites, Double Dash. I've always liked Double Dash, and in my opinion, like, Double Dash has always been one of my favorites simply because it's like, I've just always liked GameCube era like Nintendo. Nintendo in the GameCube era was pretty good, except they weren't doing so well, you know, when it comes to selling systems and games. But, you know, Mario Kart Double Dash is pretty good. Mario Kart Double Dash is one of the many, like, GameCube games that, it's one of the weirder of Mario Kart titles, because instead of, you know, normal Mario Kart games, you have two characters. You play as two characters on one card. So you could have, like, Toad and Diddy Kong on a standard-looking card. There was also no Retro Cups in this one, but I think that was, and unlike Super Circuit, which had came out previously, there are no Retro Cups, nothing. No nothing, there is only the normal cups, and if you do good enough, you'll unlock the All-Cup Tour, but as you can see here from my footage, I don't have All-Cup Tour unlocked, probably because I chose a 50cc and not 150, but yeah, it's a pretty interesting game, I must say. Mario Kart Double Dash also has original gameplay too, because it also, so you do here is, one of the main things is you switch characters by pressing one of the buttons on the GameCube controller, and also, And also, this game has some pretty good courses, too. Sorry if I stutter a lot, these videos are unscripted. You knew what you were getting into in the description of my channel. Also, I suck. But anyways, yeah, Double Dash is a pretty good game. The controls are very slippery, to say the least. It's not a perfect game by any means, because the controls are very sensitive and slippery, but that's the feel of Double Dash. The drifting system I've never bothered to use, because I don't really think it really does anything. But, yeah, this game is also not too challenging either. This is one of the first ever Mario Kart games to not be, you know, have the AI have a better chance to win than you. This one actually, if you lost, it was just because you suck. But, anyways, yeah, Double Dash is... So I am going to put Mario Kart Double Dash in A tier. It's not S tier level, but it is A tier. It's definitely a really good game. And then, next we have Mario Kart DS. Oh boy, this is going to be an interesting one. Alright, Mario Kart DS. Mario Kart DS is the only Mario Kart game to release on the original Nintendo DS. Now, Mario Kart DS, now I get it, just like it's the same thing as Super Circuit. I understand, it was a handheld that, yeah, at the time it was great. I mean, this looks great for a DS game. It's 3D and everything, it looks great. Better than Super Circuit. Definitely an upgrade over Super Circuit. My only thing with it is I never really liked this game, surprisingly enough. I know it's going to be a lot hard for all you die-hard Mario Kart DS fans to hear, but I genuinely just did not really like this game all that much. And I guess my reason being is not only do I suck at Mario Kart and I just have my skill issue, guess made me not really like this game all that much. I was just never really that big of a fan of it. I mean, the controls are okay. The drifting system, it feels good once you get used to it, but you really have to get used to it in order to understand how to use the drifting system, because, God, the drifting system can be pretty hard to use. And also, the courses are pretty good design too, except when I tried playing Rainbow Road on 150cc, I fell off like 500 times, so that just shows, you know, that. And that's not a problem with the game, that's just more of a problem with me. But anyways, DS, yeah, I just never really enjoyed this game all that much, and I never played it that much. However, one thing I can say it did really well was Mission Mode. Now, Mission Mode, unfortunately, was dropped after DS. They were going to include it with Wii, which we'll get to soon. But, yeah, they decided to scrap it for some reason on Wii. However, DS, the Mission Mode is like the best part of the game. Mission Mode is basically where you complete missions. Duh. Now, Mission Mode I also wasn't too great at, but I was better at that than actual races itself. Mission Mode is pretty good. It's actually the greatest game mode in the game, aside from Battle. And I was also horrible at Battle Mode, too, but anyways. Yeah, Mission Mode, it's a really good feature that DS introduced that Nintendo just kind of scrapped for no reason. I really wish they would have included Mission Mode in more Mario Kart games. So yeah, let's rank this one. Alright, so I am going to place Mario Kart DS in B tier. I know a lot of people are going to hate me for placing it underneath Double Dash. Actually, no, I'll give it A tier, because it's also pretty, you know, I had my complaints in the previous clip. I'll just put it in A tier simply because, you know, I feel like people will kill me if I don't, and also because, in my opinion, it has a good soundtrack and mission mode, so yeah, doing that. And next we have Mario Kart Wii. Mario Kart Wii, I love and hate this game. Now, this may be a little biased because of, my channel name and the fact that I've dedicated my entire life with the Wii and that the Wii was my first ever console. And also, Mario Kart Wii was actually the first video game I ever really got into. Mario Kart Wii is also, you know, it was released for the Wii back in 2008. Now, its main focus was tilt controls by putting a Wii remote inside of a plastic steering wheel accessory. That was a pretty big thing from Nintendo. However, and that's how I played Mario Kart Wii for a while until I figured out how to use the classic controller, and then I just kind of abandoned my Wii wheel. I also lost my Wii wheel, so it's not like I can keep playing it with the Wii wheel. Anyways, Mario Kart Wii is a great game, but it also sucks somewhat because it has some of the worst items out of any Mario Kart game. It has, well, not worst items, just one worst item, and it's the frickin' Thunder Cloud. The thundercloud, if you don't know, is an item where it's a gray cloud that appears over your head, and it strikes you with lightning. It gives it a little speed boost at first, but then it just completely lightning strikes you, shrinking you down and making you slower than everyone else. The lightning cloud is the most evil item, and what's worse is you usually get it in first or second or third place when you actually need a good item. And also, playing Mario Kart Wii online nowadays without having Funky Kong unlocked, I'm just gonna say if you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say. And, you know, aside from that, Mario Kart Wii, I'd say, is a pretty good game. You know, I feel like putting it in S tier will make a lot of people mad, but it's my opinion. It's my opinion. You guys can have your own opinion on Mario Kart Wii. Because, like, if you guys may hate Mario Kart Wii and put it in D tier or B tier, and I don't mind. It's your opinion. But in my opinion, it's S. Like, there's no other place for me to put it. I love Mario Kart Wii, but I also hate it. So yeah. Next up, we have another Mario Kart game I put a lot of time into, Mario Kart 7. Now, this one is an interesting one to me because... Alright, Mario Kart 7 is interesting to me because this was the first game I got with my 2DS back when I first got it. Now, Mario Kart 7, it's pretty easy in the beginning, but as you progress through it, it gets harder, obviously, as with any Mario Kart game. However, this game is just special to me because I put so many hours into it, and it's simply one of my favorites. It also has some pretty weird characters, like Wiggler and Wacky 2, as you see in the footage there. However, Mario Kart 7, my only complaint is, just like Wii, there's one item that it's, like, not evil or horrible like the Thundercloud, but it still sucks. It's the Tanuki Leaf. You can't, like, you use it, but you can only use it when you're near other players to, like, you know, hit them. And pretty much, yeah, that's all you do with the leaf. And it lasts forever, which means you could run into many item boxes and not get another item before your Tanuki Leaf disappears. And another thing I want to credit this game for is not only was it the first Mario Kart game to introduce gliders and kart customization, but also... one of the things about it, I'm not crediting it for this though, is the more forgotten gyro controls, which they're like a first-person view. No one used that. But it also had some really good courses too, because it had Woohoo Island, Maka Woohoo. I'm not just saying those because my channel is about the Wii. Mario Kart 7, in my opinion, is one of the best rainbow roads out of any Mario Kart game in existence. Sorry Wii, Double Dash, and 64. Your guys' Rainbow Roads are good too, but Mario Kart 7's Rainbow Road is just another level. I love Mario Kart 7. Let's rank this one. Alright, I am going to put Mario Kart 7 in... I'm going to put it in A tier. Yeah, A tier, because as I said earlier, I have the same relationship with it as Double Dash. Actually, no, it's going up in S, because I put a lot of hours and I put a lot of time into this game. It's really special to me. I said I love it, so yeah. Next up, we have Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 is another pretty good Mario Kart game that I also put a lot of time into. Now, this isn't the deluxe version. As you can see, my mouse cursor is hovering over it. This is the Wii U release that originally came out, you know, for the Wii U. We'll get to deluxe right after, but first we must talk about the original Wii U version. Alright, Mario Kart 8. This is the Wii U version we're talking about, not deluxe. Mario Kart 8 was pretty good, however, it was one of the first ever Mario Kart games to incorporate something that, you know, became a thing in Mario Kart way after, which was DLC. Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, as some of you might know, it didn't release the DLC right away. However, they did make DLC where you could get Villager, Isabelle, or Link, or, you know, any of those characters in Deluxe, as well as some extra cups as DLC. Now, because I never really played Mario Kart 8 that often back in those times, because I was too busy playing Wii, I honestly I didn't know if it was paid or not. It probably was, I'm not sure. However, recently I did homebrew my Wii U and got the DLC and Mario Kart 8, and I can say I don't really know what I was expecting, as I did play Deluxe before the original version of 8. So it's pretty much the same, just with less things from 8, and you also needed to get the DLC. Or, I guess I should say Deluxe. Now, Mario Kart 8, when it comes to gameplay-wise, it's like the easiest out of every Mario Kart game. 150cc Normally 150cc would be the bane of my existence on some Mario Kart games. However, in this case, 150cc is actually surprisingly easy in Mario Kart 8. However, Mario Kart 8 introduced a new speed setting called 200cc, which, unfortunately, I don't have anything good to say, because while, yes, it is thrilling to go fast, it's really unplayable. Most of the courses were obviously not designed for that kind of speed. They didn't really think about this, and because of that, most of the courses on 200cc, good luck trying to complete a course without ramming into a wall every 5 seconds, because some courses, yeah, they were really not built for 200cc. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about Mario Kart 8. Let's get this one ranked. Alright, Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U goes in A tier. It's pretty good, except it doesn't have as much stuff as Deluxe, which is what we're about to get to. So, next up we have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is pretty much the same game as Mario Kart 8, just with extra content and all the DLC already there without having to buy it. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe goes in S tier because it has everything unlocked. It's like the ultimate Mario Kart game. So that was a pretty quick one. Next up, we have Mario Kart Tour, which released around the same time as 8 Deluxe. Mario Kart Tour is the worst Mario Kart game ever made, in my opinion. I mean, it's painfully easy. And not only that, Mario Kart 8 is typical mobile game. In typical mobile game fashion, it is incredibly pay to win. Basically, you have to, like, what they used to heavily push was that to unlock characters, you would have to spend their in-game currency, rubies, which you could spend real money to get if you didn't have enough, to pull down a pipe and basically just hope you got a random character or cart accessory. Or cart, I guess. And because of this gambling, a lot of people didn't really like Mario Kart Tour, and a lot of people have emptied their wallets because of this stupid game. Mario Kart 8 isn't horrible, or not 8, Tour. Mario Kart Tour isn't horrible, however, it's not great either. It's one of the worst. So, Mario Kart Tour goes in D tier for simply being too pay to win. I just can't like Mario Kart Tour. Alright, next up we have Mario Kart 8 Booster Course Pass. Or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass. Basically, this game just took everything from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and made it so much better. They added so many new courses and new characters. This also goes in S tier. And finally, we have Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, which it may be underwhelming to hear, but I have actually never played this one. I've never owned a home circuit toy which you need to play the game. I've never downloaded it onto my Switch. I've never played Live Home Circuit. From the looks of it, it looks interesting having to design your own course with the environment around you using a physical toy car. It seems like it would be a pretty good game, so except for the limitations of not being able to use it outside, and also, you know, you having to charge up the toy every once in a while. So I'm going to put it in A tier, because it's not perfect, apparently, as far as it looks, because, again, I haven't played this before, so it very easily could be the worst, and I just don't know it. Or the best, I don't know. So, yeah, that was my ranking of Mario Kart games on a tier list. There were some probably controversial opinions in this. However, just know this is my opinion. If you guys have a different opinion, that's fine. This is just my opinion. You don't need to agree with my opinion. I don't care if you guys disagree with my opinion. Because you guys can have your own opinion. I don't mind. It's your opinion. You like what you like. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.